Welcome back, my friends and fellow gamers. I'm Wrath, and we're back for yet another episode of our revisiting of Outward. I need to really start making like custom openings for each of the series that I play. Maybe I'll do that. I don't know. If you guys are interested in seeing me sort of put together some more custom entries into or custom opening or ending cards and stuff like that, let me know. I'm not very good at it, but I'm willing to try my hand at it. So in the last one, we finished up getting our basic supplies. We do have we do need to repair that, and our sword needs a little bit of repair too, but it's something that we can wait on. I want to go through and grab everything that we want to sell out of this body that we've been storing everything in, and take a look here. So I want to sell this. Actually, let's put that down here. Let's start with the weapons that we want to sell. So the iron claymore, that, and the iron mace is still very useful. I could use these broken swords, but they're weaker than what I have and have much lower durability, so they're not really worth it. If I were to combine these to make a fixed one, it's a two-handed sword, and I'm not really sure I'm down for that. I'm still kind of deciding. I do want to take this one though. So let's start by clearing out a few of these. Alright, so I should be able to still walk reasonably well with just that set on there. And we're just going to go through and put together some money. And once we have the money and everything, we will... Oh, there's my dog. Ugh. Bark, 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 bark. So we're just gonna... This unfortunately is due to my pack rat nature, is sort of the price I pay for... is that I just collect things almost non-stop. It does have its benefits from time to time, but for the most part, it's just a moderate annoyance. So we're just gonna want to kind of not run too much because, one, I don't want to fall off that narrow walkway, but two, I don't want to burn too much stamina. Okay. Alright, so we'll take the old shield. As much as I would like one of these halberts, I don't think I'm going to keep them. Okay. I already basically know how to make all of these. And as I said, I'm not going to use those for this process. So we can sell that, and we'll take these guys here. Alright, let's go sell that. I feel like there's so much that I don't want to get rid of that I'm going to end up having to part with some of it no matter what I do. Sell those. Sell the shield, those two, and that. So, and then just to make things a little bit easier, we're going to buy one of the gold bars. Two of the gold bars. And the reason to do that is that the gold bars technically weigh less than the amount of gold that you would buy with them. So for instance, these two gold bars have a total weight of 0.2, but 0.2 is how much you would pay, how much you would go for in weight for so like, see, 0.2 is 15 silver, so like a 200 silver would actually be two weight. So by converting it into the gold, you're basically packaging it down for transport, which is very useful. Alright. Let's start taking some of this stuff here. How badly am I going to be overweight? Probably a ton. Gonna have to get rid of a couple of these fishing harpoons. I tend to like to hang on to those things, but really, they're not worth the effort. I'm probably gonna get rid of that and those, because as much as I'd like to make the other weapon, I don't think it's gonna be worth it. So I might keep the mace just because it does do a significant amount more damage than or it does a little bit more damage than my sword. But the durability, I think, is much higher. Yeah, the durability is considerably higher. And that is a factor. I need to get a better sword. But I'm actually going to be opting for the magical one, so it's not going to be too much of an issue for too long. So we're going to dump those. Dump two of those. This thing's kind of rare, but I feel like whatever. I don't really need it. The weight's not that much, so I'll hang on to it for now. All right. Where's my stew? I do not have stew. My guy's hungry. I'll go back and get my stew. Should have bought or brought some more healing potions. I didn't realize how quickly I would go through all those healing potions, and it makes me kind of nervous that I don't have any more of them, and I barely have any bandages left. Like the bandages I can replace, but the healing potions are a whole nother matter. Alright, so eat the stew. And let's start moving stuff over. Alright, so let's start looking at what we can move around here. So we can move a lot of this up out of this space here. So let's there. Okay, those guys are heavy. Alright, that takes most of the weight off, but that's a lot of weight right there. I'm gonna have to do something with that. Do I have any wood? I have a campfire. I have enough to make a campfire. Let's make a campfire. Alright, let's go back, set up a campfire, and set up that alchemy kit. That way we can grind down at least some of these mana stones, because they're obviously quite expensive in weight. So let's set this up right here. Okay, we'll go back and get our alchemy kit. I wonder what would happen if I dip my water skin in that frickin' mana water. Be like, you have uber water. Mana drenched water. Plus 1,000,000% stupid. Okay. How bad am I? 55. No, that was a bad choice. Need 0.3 or less. So now something that's 0.1. Oh, there we go. 0.1. So let's see here. 36. Half of that's 16. Oh, half of it's 18, but alright, let's see. Okay, so let's start with taking 16 of those. How does that put me for weight? Ouch. Oh. Oh, I'm able to manage that, but we're going to go ahead and convert those 16 into dust, because the dust should be considerably lighter. So 16, and that's 8. So these are 0.5 a piece, and the dust is 0.1 a piece. So considerably less. We're also going to be lightening our load for a few traps. So there's also that. So we have a few different things that we're going to be doing in order to lighten the load, as it were. Okay. Now we're going to keep that powder because we want to use it for a couple of new alchemy things that we want to get, but for now it's about making sure that we get through all of this in one piece. So I should be able to pick up everything else from here and have a go of it. Okay. Well, it's not quite a go of it, but I'm at least still mobile. Trudging along with my giant amount of weight. So 65 is the this is horrible threshold. We're going to do some quick cooking and some other elements. These guys are not going to reduce our weight nearly enough. Let's see, those are 1.8, so those are 0.1 each. These are 0.2 apiece, so if I make those, the weight will actually go up, and that's not desirable. Alright, we have enough to make a series of potions. So oh, we don't have enough water. So I'm gonna have to go kill that thing first. Alright, well, we have got our mission then. Alright, we're going to have to move some things around, and then we're going to take the bag off and go set some traps. And lay some items down. Actually, wait, can I, let's see if I can get a supply of water from the water's edge over here. Even if it's salty, it'll do. Because there is clean water down that side path, but I have to deal with the creature that's down there first. So let's see if I can... Nope. It purely wants to have me exit, so I don't have a choice to grab water there. Alright. Let's start by selling off some potions. Not my top pick, but let's go ahead and start with those. Sell off that. That's the same either way. I think I can get rid of these husks because they're weigh at 1 each. But I really don't want to. Like, that's the tough part, is that I can sell 2 of these right now. So it's like all of these little things just adding up. All right. Let's look at what we've got here. And again, I wanna get the issue of what's down there taken care of before I start dealing with the before I reduce my overall health and stamina, since fighting this creature will likely be very difficult. Alright, okay, let's just drop some stuff here. So let's drop the sword and the mace. Drop that food. Drop those. And that covered us for the immediate future here. So now we can put up our traps. So let's start with the traps and work our way. So there we go. Okay. And do I have any more? Let's go see if I can gather some wood from those tree stumps or whatever that's coming in here. If I can grab some wood from these. No, they're purely for show. Dang it. Alright. So this is going to be a hell of a fight. But let's get to it. Alright, so you're about to see the monster that's down here. That is very, very dangerous. See him right there? He hasn't seen me yet, but my light's going to give me away. Oh, here he comes. Okay, boom, boom, boom. Alright, that at least softened him up a little bit. Ditch the bag. Okay. Ouch, you got me. Dang it. He's kicking my butt. Okay, so Whoa! Come on. Come on, die. Die already. Just die. You're bleeding and poisoned. Oh! That was frightening. Frighteningly intense. Alright, so let's use a bandage. Put our bag on. Alright. So, first things first, we need to refill our water. This has been one exciting little foray. I'm glad that those took enough off of him that I could freaking manage him, because he was wearing me down. I think a couple more hits and I would have been done. Those blood mushrooms are going to be useful. So, a few things down here that I can gather up, besides water. Like this palladium vein. Definitely going to grab that. Ooh, got another ruby. Also a good little add-on to the day. I think there's some fish around here somewhere. Look for bubbles. Oh, there we go. Bubbles! Big pile of bones. The water can't be that clean if there's a big giant pile of bones in it. I mean, the best you could call it is clean-ish. Alright. Another thing of fish here. Ah, some blue sand. Always good. And then the real joy, right here, the prize. Ooh, brutal great mace. That would be nice, but we're probably going to sell that. How badly? I can barely walk. Okay. Alright, we're going to have to just slow truck it up the hill here. Definitely going to sell that great mace, because it's too heavy for me to use and it's not worth all this effort. Then I think we're going to do a little bit of alchemy to lighten our load and get out of here after we convert to our magic. Turn the lamp off. Don't need it anymore. Come on. Come on, what are you hung up on? You hung up on that little ridge? Oh, game, you're so silly. Okay, so so silly. It's like, I can't get over this little lip. And then as soon as I set it down, it's like, okay. This is what excessive weight looks like. Barely shuffling his feet. Come on, keep marching. This is taking a lot longer than I normally would like, but my inner pack rat approves. The joys of money making outweigh the pains of lugging around all this shit. So when we go back to Cierzo, we're going to be able to grab up some loot and head out and make our way into the other zones, because we'll have explored the majority of this zone for what we can get out of it right now. There are a couple of areas that we can still kind of go into for some looting, but they're sort of a mixed bag in terms of risk versus reward. But we definitely want to go to the Enmerkin Forest, so that our next goal is to get an improved bag that'll get us another 50% increase off of what this bag allows us to carry. That'll get us up to a carry weight of about 75, and that will be our go-to for a while. Plus, we're going to be going for a bunch of skills. So we're going to be doing a bit of traveling now, and that's going to give all these areas that we've visited time to reset. We're also going to try and basically visit all of the trainers that we can get to in order to get their basic skills under our belt, and that should start giving us more options in terms of what we want to do with our character. I already have a pretty good idea of what I want to do, but that's still slightly open for debate. My primary opinion is that I'm going to probably go a bit of like spell sword with rune magic to generate my spells. How much does that thing weigh? Weighs 9. Jeez. Cheese and rice. Alright. Don't need those, so we can sell those off. I need that, so we're going to hang on to that. I'm thinking I might not need that, but we'll come back to it in a little bit. Alright. Alright, that's reduced our pain a bit. Now we can start looking at replacing some of our stuff here. So, first order of business, let's do one more ice rag. Alright, that's going to give us, let's do one more of those. Alright, so we've got those. So now we can do a little bit of alchemy to start lightening our load a little bit more. So, light the campfire. Alright, so I want some more life potions. Okay, so I don't need astral potions, but I want to get rid of all of these things that I've got in my inventory. How bad are we overweight? Okay. Still a bit overweight, but this will help us. We're going to basically convert a lot of this into money. And in the end, that will help us long term. Basically, I treat every opportunity as an opportunity to make tons of money. So gathering up all this stuff from the dungeon is no different. Hold on. Switching my ears out here. So sell all of those. We'll buy the last one of those. So that keeps us going strong here. Why did that go? 25. Why did that one go up? Where's my silver? Is my silver in that? Ah, yes. Put the silver down there. Let's craft an electricity bandage here. So alright, so that gives us 5 of each, which I think is probably the best we can hope for. Let's go sell that mace. As much as that is silly, we can keep going with this. How much water do we have left before I have to go back down? We're almost out. Okay. Let's go refill on water. Two. So now we can get back up here. Alright, so some more of these astral potions. We're not going to need these for a long time. Alrighty. What is another one that I want to do? Greasy fern, clean water, and crystal powder. So that's the weather defense one. And water, powder. I don't have any of the levy weeds with me, do I? Alright, we'll have to do that one when we get back to home. Alright, so all of those are good. Now let's do some warming potions. Let's clear these out of our inventory so we're not too far overburdened again. This is why alchemy is basically your way of making money in this game, because you gather up so much stuff that it's very easy to just turn around and have this near limitless supply of resources to just dump whatever you need on the market here or other there. So again, that's another 120, just no problem. And then we can go and grind up some of the other ones. I think we've almost run this guy out of money. Actually, let me check that before I start making more stuff. Does he even have the money to support us making a bunch off of him, or do we need to take it all back? Oh, he's got plenty. He's got plenty of money. Scholar's staff. No. I kind of like this one. I wish I could get that one, but that's a halberd weapon, and it's really not going with what I'm using right now, so it wouldn't work out. Alright. Alright, only had room for 4, but we'll go ahead and toss those for sale. Let's see here. How many of the oils do I have left? I've got 6. So I want to do craft that so that that is fully charged before I go taking away my last supply of this stuff here. Alright, need water. Let's make one more crystal powder. Refill both of those, and let's get back to it here. So I think that we've kind of lingered here as long as we really reasonably should. I'm sure that if we wanted to, we could go and try that other path and fight our way in here once again, but I don't really have a stomach for that. You know what? I kind of want another one of those, but I don't. Let's do a few more of these. Yeah, we're gonna have to do something, because now we're like all kinds of overweight. Yeah, see, like, if you look at this, it's 3.9 now. So the weight of these is like 10% of the total number of coins. So we're definitely up on the top end here. So 58 and 21. We're gonna have to go with what we've got. I can't really afford to remain here. So let's go ahead and get our magic, and let's head home, because there really is nothing else here for us other than learning our magic and making a few quick purchases of spell learning. But otherwise, we're pretty much done. Okay. Alright, so here's how it works. The more I add, so if I add 1, I take 5 from each of them and gain double that back. So I take a total of 10 and get 20 back. If I take 2, then I lose 10 from each and gain 20 back. And this is probably where I'm going to go. 3 is a little bit kind of pushing it. So I think that I will go with 2. I mean, because like what's the max I could take? Like I could take like half my health and make like an uber caster, but I don't think I'm going to do that. I think 2 or 3 is really going to be the max that I take. I think 3 is going to be what we're going to take. It's enough that I can recover from it with relative ease. I would like to learn Fire Sigil. Thank you very much. Oops. I'd like to train with you. Flamethrower. Yes, I will take that. Okay. Sweet. Flamethrower spell has been learned. That sounds pretty good. So there's another guy down here who will teach me a spell. And I accidentally used one of my poison, but oh well. Those things are pretty easy to get. Alright, so are you the one that teaches me? Ah, dang it! I keep hitting the wrong button. Oh, it's this guy. I'll bet it's this guy here. I'd like to... Yeah, give me the cold boon. Alright, sweet. So the cool boon will let us go through and deal with other things here. And he has nothing he wants to say to me, so he can piss off. Alright, so we've now got our mana unlocked. And before we do anything else, we're going to head back to Cierzo to try and sort of reduce everything that we're carrying off here, since we're overweight on both categories, and you know that still cost us a fair bit of cash. So now we have our magic now. Although I haven't really tried these spells out, they at least give us something to work with. And we have some basic fire magic. The only downside with the fire magic is spark doesn't require anything, but I think one of these, yeah, consumes a firestone. Requires a torch or a lantern. So there's a limit to what we're going to get done here. There's some more blue sand over there. Let's go see if we can gather that up. But our primary goal should be to just get home. And that means avoiding as much conflict as we can. It is nice to see our big old stack of mana there. And let's see here. All right, let's use that. Eat that. I gotta watch for dudes walking around over here, because there's still that guy with the big heavy mace and shield. If I can come back and find him later, that would be nice, because I do actually like that club that he has. It's very, very punchy. For a one-handed mace, it's got a lot of reach, and it does a lot of stagger damage. So it can be a very choice weapon once you're ready to move on. It doesn't really help you all that much if you've got the mace skill isn't all that great, because it's just like a energy absorption thing. But this, at least you're going to be able to wail on people. But for now, let's go ahead and get ourselves on a good old-fashioned run back to civilization. And everything, I mean, we were in there for a couple of days. Yeah, we were in there for a couple of days, so a lot of the stuff may have reset while we were in there, which to a certain extent is a good thing. There's that third path right there that we're not going to go anywhere near. Hopefully that black bird isn't still hanging around over here. I heard a bird. Oh, he is right there. He's coming after us, I think. No moss. No moss. That guy heard me running by. Hopefully him and the blackbird can duke it out. Oh, they are. Right, now I gotta see which one of them won. Because now I'm like super curious. Must have been an incredibly short fight, because I don't hear him anymore. I think it's because the bandit died almost immediately. Yeah, that little demonstration should give you enough pause when it comes to those little black birdos. That it just wiped the floor with that guy so quickly. Alright, so auto walk, please. So we're just coming up right here. So we're going to try and cut around that way or that way and get into Sierzo. Ugh. No, not that way. I wish there was like a free look function with this, so you could like, turn your head in another direction when you needed to. Let's see. No free look. So I gotta like kind of like side strafe in order to look off to your sides at all. I think that's the only thing this game's missing is just an ability to turn your head and look in a different direction. So I've been thinking about putting together like a somewhere to get donations for anybody that wants to donate. I'm not sure how much people would actually give a crap, but like if you wanted to, I thought about just because of the costs of doing some of the games and stuff, like getting new games and everything else can be somewhat prohibitive, especially if it's like people want to see like the newest greatest thing. It can be kind of cost prohibitive, and so I thought I've been thinking about doing a like a donation thing or whatever, where if you want to donate to my channel or whatever, then you'd be able to. I definitely would. It would only be for either acquiring more games or when necessary upgrading like equipment. But other than that, I mean, I don't know. Part of me feels that it would be kind of like, since I'm doing this as a hobby, that it kind of seems not right to ask people to fund my hobby. But I mean, I don't know. I mean, like I see all these people that make a living off of doing it. I know that I couldn't possibly make that kind of a living just doing this the same kind of living that I make with my normal 9 to 5. But the idea of being able to do different stuff, to do a little bit more than I normally could do with my own finances. I mean, it is tempting. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know. Maybe I'll do it. Maybe I won't. You know, maybe like a year from now, you'll be like, "You're a total hypocrite. You said you wouldn't do it, and then you are doing it." And who knows? Uh, I'm long past the point of really being able to decide what my, to say for certain what I'm going to be doing in the future. Like there are several series that I've like paused just because I got kind of bored of them for a little bit, and then I'll end up like returning to them in like a flurry of like, oh hey, I want to do that again, and then I'll make a dozen recordings and space them out for a while, and it just kind of rotates back and forth. I think it would be really hard if I tried to make this as a living, because I think it would make playing games unfun. It would make playing games be work, and I don't think I ever want that to happen. All right. Yep, they're all reset, so we could probably make another grip of cash here. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and drop off my materials and stuff and go from there. And I will pick up in the next episode. If you are liking the game or the series, please leave a comment. Let me know how you're feeling about it. Leave a like. Those do help me in terms of just knowing what you guys are enjoying. And until next time, I'm Wrath. I hope you've enjoyed. Please subscribe, and I will catch you on the flip side.